From Soviet blueprints to stealthy AI-assisted battlefield indigenous tanks tell a story of secrecy, survival, and a sudden leap in power. Some were copied, some were crude, and some now rival the best in the world. This is the complete evolution of Chinese tanks and how China went from imitator to innovator. China's tank history isn't a straight line. It's a dramatic transformation shaped by war, isolation, espionage, and rapid modernization. While listing every single prototype would take days, today we're covering all the major Chinese tank families and their most important variants, from the earliest Cold War designs to today's cutting-edge machines. Let's roll out. Our story begins in the 1950s with the Type 59, a licensed copy of the legendary Soviet T-54. Production kicked off in 1959, and this tank became the absolute backbone of the People's Liberation Army, or PLA, for decades. It was a simple, rugged machine, a 100mm rifled gun, basic steel armor, and almost no ability to fight at night. But simplicity was its strength. Thousands were built, and countless upgrades followed over the years. The Type 59 wasn't advanced, not even for its time, but it gave China something absolutely vital: its own domestic tank industry. This single tank laid the foundation for everything that came next. As the Cold War deepened and the relationship between China and the Soviet Union soured, China needed to improve on its own. This led to the Type 69 and Type 79 in the 1960s and 70s. The Type 69 was China's first attempt to reverse engineer and modernize the Type 59. Using lessons learned from captured Soviet equipment, it featured an improved engine, better optics, and crucial infrared night vision capabilities. Though it wasn't a huge leap forward for the PLA, the Type 69 became a massive export success, gaining fame and notoriety during conflicts in the Middle East. Following that was the Type 79. This tank marked a major shift in philosophy. For the first time, China started blending Eastern and Western technology. The Type 62 was designed specifically for the mountains and jungles of southern China, where a heavy main battle tank like the Type 59 would struggle. It was smaller, lighter, and more nimble, trading heavy armor for mobility. Then there was the Type 63, a truly unique amphibious tank. It could swim across rivers and even from ship to shore without any preparation, making it perfect for coastal defense and amphibious assaults. Like the Type 69, it was widely exported. These tanks showed that China wasn't just thinking about doctrine, it was adapting its armor to the terrain, a practical approach that would define its future designs. They were solving specific problems with specialized tools. The 1980s marked a real turning point. This was the decade China finally moved from copying and modifying to creating its own indigenous designs. The Type 80 series was the first family of tanks that was largely designed in-house. It introduced a new chassis, a new suspension system, and a layout that broke away from the old Soviet mold. It was followed by the Type 85, which served as a modular platform for testing new technologies like improved armor and fire control. Finally, the Type 88 was an upgraded version of the Type 80 developed specifically for the PLA. Now, let's be clear, these tanks still weren't world-class. Their protection and firepower were limited compared to their Western and Soviet counterparts, but they were a monumental achievement for China's industry. They proved that China could design a main battle tank from the ground up. This decade of experimentation, of trial and error, was the crucial bridge between the old era of copies and the new era of innovation. Then came the 1990s and the Type 96, the tank that represented China's real entry into modern armored warfare. Early versions were known as the Type 902, an export model that served as a test bed. The PLA's Type 96 was a different beast altogether. It featured a powerful 125mm smoothbore gun with an autoloader, a technology borrowed from Soviet designs but perfected by China. It was protected by explosive reactive armor, or ERA, and equipped with modern digital fire control systems. Over the years, the Type 96 has been continuously upgraded. Variants like the Type 96A and 96B added better engines, advanced thermal sights for night fighting, and enhanced protection. The Type 96 became the new workhorse of the Plie even today. With more advanced tanks in service, the Type 96 remains one of the most numerous and important tanks in China's arsenal, forming the backbone of its armored divisions. And that brings us to China's flagship, the premier main battle tank designed to go toe-to-toe with the best in the world, the Type 99. It's shielded by advanced composite and reactive armor, similar to what you'd find on a modern Abrams or Leopard 2. It boasts advanced thermal imaging, allowing it to hunt targets day or night, in any weather. A powerful 1,500 horsepower engine gives it incredible speed and agility for a tank of its size. The most advanced variant, the Type 99A, features even better armor, upgraded sensors, Heavy tanks like the Type 99 are great for open plains, but what about the high-altitude plateaus of Tibet or the dense urban environments of the future? To fill this gap, China developed the Type 15 light tank in the 2010s. This tank is all about mobility and advanced technology. It's lightweight, highly mobile, and its engine is specially designed to operate in the thin air of high-altitude regions. Despite its lighter weight, it packs a serious punch with a powerful 105mm gun and is equipped with the latest generation of electronics, thermal optics, and network capabilities. The Type 15 replaces older light tanks like the Type 62 and gives the Plie a flexible, rapid deployment capability that is perfectly suited for complex terrain where heavier tanks simply can't go. It has developed a range of export-only tanks, like the VT-1, also known as the MBT-200, and the more recent VT-4. These tanks are often based on domestic designs but are tailored to the needs and budgets of international customers. They serve two purposes: generating revenue and expanding China's geopolitical influence, but they also act as real-world testbeds.